Who am I and why am I here? Two questions that I couldn't answer. Well, not without any real satisfaction. And that bothered me. I knew I was here to experience life, but on a deeper level, I felt that every individual human experience had a unique life signature to express, and I would think to myself, well, if that is true, Rachel, then what is mine? I realised I had been living life never really knowing who I was. Not at my core, at least. I knew only this exterior that I saw in the mirror. But who would be looking back at me was empty. The essence of Rachel, she was missing. What fueled this person's internal engine that I saw each and every day in the mirror? What was her passion? With these questions constantly popping into my mind and the decision to exit off the highway of suffering, I found myself on a whole new trajectory. This path less travelled that I had chosen in hope of finding and accepting myself was to lead me into the world of spirituality and take me on a spiritual journey. Everything I once thought I knew and believed and understood about who I was in the world began to gradually break down and transform. And I would later come to learn that by no means was it to be an easy path. And at times it would even be painful. And yet, it also would be a very healing, rewarding, and life-changing experience. Once you begin a spiritual journey, it's a journey that never really comes to an end. There is no final destination, only an ever deepening and more expansive discovery of a beautiful and innocent self. A spiritual journey is full of many coloured and flavoured paths, each path very individual and unique, and they're there to serve a specific need, a need to feel and experience safety, healing, freedom and joy. As Stephen R. Covey once said, we are not human beings on a spiritual journey. We are spiritual beings on a human journey. And waking up to this realization for me was liberating. Spiritual awakenings are not easy. In fact, they can feel both complicated and profound. My awakening felt overwhelming and confusing at first. I became disconnected and detached from many things and people that I had once really enjoyed having as part of my life. My personal awakening woke me up to just how much I actually lacked trust and patience with myself. Trust the process. A saying I had heard all too often during my career, but clearly had only ever heard it, never actually embodied it. Let go of control and have faith that all things eventually do work themselves out when the time is right. Well, I really had a hard time with that one when control was what I believed kept me safe. Be patient. Be conscious of your humanity and remember it's not about perfection, Rachel. Again, difficult for someone who, for someone who never felt she was good enough and that would quickly judge herself for not being or doing better. Patience. It has been a great teacher. It has taught me how to embrace myself with self-acceptance, to choose to focus on progress rather than perfection, and to give myself compassion rather than withholding it. In the lesson of patience, I uncovered my gift, the gift of self-compassion. Compassion softened my falls. It soothed my pain, and it held space for me, and it picked me up when I needed to keep moving forwards. Compassion has been like a personal guide, bringing me always back into balance with my truth. Deep inner work and spiritual awakening go hand in hand. Without the inner work, healing and sustainable, authentic transformation cannot happen, and it is the core foundation of walking a spiritual path. My personal experience has been an empowering and enriching experience. It's been a path which has allowed me to tap into my inner wisdom, my creativity, and inspiration through learning to listen to the voice of my soul, the voice of your soul is always there to help you navigate and overcome any emotional obstacles that you may be encountering on your spiritual growth path. My personal belief is that there's nothing more rewarding than learning, healing, and evolving oneself, and stepping into your personal power and experiencing a newfound internal joy and freedom.